Hi everybody. Cool. First thing I want to do is thank Paul for the guidance on the theme for the slides today. Very professional, Paul. I like it. No, this is a throwback to my days as a secondary school teacher. I've just not changed my PowerPoint slides in about 10 years. So I'm going to talk today about how do I secure my APIs in Go. It's rhetorical. I don't have any APIs. My name's Josh. I work for a company called Tyke. We're an open source API gateway. So I do the facilitation end of things for other people who have APIs and basically absorb their problems into my life. So check we've got a bit of code. Cool. So format this is, we're just going to do a little bit of talking, a quick demo. We're going to go from a simple bread and butter Go server that's totally open, and then we're going to apply not necessarily something that will secure your API, but a few authentication methods that might get you along the way. And then let's see where we go from there. So this is how sometimes it feels when you start out as a Go developer. So you write your 4 lines of code, you deploy your server, and then you just wait for the money to roll in. So let's do our first quick demo. This should all be really familiar to you. This is just a little bit of boilerplate. So we've got our simple 2-line Go server, and we're not going to run it because that would be patronising. But we all know what happens if you try to make that go live, and then somebody starts sending Locust after you with 700,000 requests a second or something. So it's not boring, more demos. Okay, so first thing we're going to look at is doing a bit of HTTP basic authentication. This is pretty simple stuff. So you have a base 64 encoded username and passwords that you can send in your authorization header. And it means that one-handed typing is so slow. Yeah, go on. Like I can't even do it.
I'm going to zoom in a bit as well. So.
Is it still too small? That's hilarious. Yeah. Yes. It's like Duplo. Okay, so we look at basic authentication. There's nothing to it. I'm using Postman because it's like curl, except it's an Electron app, so it uses all my RAM, which is more fun. So I've got super secure things, admin 12345. Normally in basic auth, you'd have a database where you have some lovely salted hashed passwords that you can compare with people entering it in the authorization headers. And then Bob's your uncle. That's hilarious. So that's because I pressed go run on the wrong bloody console. So it doesn't matter how much you set up. And it's pretty. There we go. Hi Gophers. There we go. That's example 1. So why would we use that? It's pretty simple. Everybody understands a username and a password. Why is it bad? I could remember about 5 minutes ago, but let's just move on to the next bit because I've only got, how long have we got? Not much. Next we're going to do a quick example with JWTs. Thank you Wes for going through what a JWT is. You've saved me 30 seconds. So essentially you've got 3 parts. You've got something that defines the algorithm you're going to use, some claims of some kind. In this case, if we look at the little JWT wrapper and make it less hideous looking, I've got a hard-coded global variable that's called ID. That's such good practice, guys. I love it. Just wrapping our handler, and then basically I'm sending it in my authorization header. So you see JWTs in flows such as OAuth. So you would have a third party, or you can generate the tokens yourself, and you sign them with your private key or with a MAC. I've done a MAC here. And basically you use their public key to basically say, are these claims signed by the person I want them to be? So don't put anything secret in it, because that's stupid. I know people who have done that. And then you can have stateless, so you don't need any storage, but you get problems around having, so problems around having long-lived tokens, so you don't want them to be around for long because the information in them is basically freely available and you can see it, and you're vulnerable to replay attacks if somebody gets hold of your tokens. So if we go, yes, of course, I haven't closed your one. It works, cool. Let's prove that it would break if I remove part of my header. There you go. See, it's not a con. There you go. See, helpful comments, otherwise I would have those stupid errors in code. Everybody feels my pain. Lastly, we're going to have a quick look at what I would rather do, which is client certificate, TLS, mutual TLS. So normally, so all these other things, you could, even in something with no authentication at all, just stick your servers behind TLS, it's just better. So that would stop people from doing a bit of packet sniffing and seeing what we've got in our basic authentication tokens or in our JDBTs. But if we want to do an extra little bit of security, we can do this. So we can tell our server, normally in TLS, the client goes, can I trust this server? Do they have the root certificates I want? But you can do it both ways. And you can say server, you can give them a root CA, a nice little self-signed one I made earlier. And then tell it that it wants to require and verify the client cert. So let's prove that this doesn't work first. Save you, run you, I'm run. I learned my lesson by that one. And then 9098, doesn't work. TLS client didn't provide a certificate. Brilliant, that's what we want. Save it, kill it, start it. 9099. Yeah, it works. And look, there's only an EOF, that's fine. Cool, so quick demo done. We've taken a super brief look at basic HTTP auth, JWTs, TLS client certificate authentication. What next? So you've got your service, you've done a little bit of authentication for it. My God, it just goes on and on. So you keep having to load down your services with authentication, authorization requests, rate limiting usage. Oh my God, it goes and goes and goes and goes. So you can do what a lot of people do, which is decouple all of this from your services, and you have, that's where you get an API gateway, which coincidentally is what I work on day to day. So, since we're talking about them, small tangent, it's my job. So there's a couple of API gateways that I know of in Go. I bet Monzo built one in-house. Have you?
Maybe. Can't tell you.
Open source it, be cool. So these are both open source. There is Tyke that I work on. Please go and give it a visit. It's totally free to use. Give us a star because it makes us look more legitimate. And also, for the sake of fairness, there is KrakenD, which is a really cool little project actually. The guys have done some really good work on that. And if I have done anything today, it's made you more aware of the fact that API gateways exist. Thank you very much.